So this takes us to basically part of the theme of the rest of the show is what is the stupidest fucking thing you've ever done to try to impress a girl? Mine isn't nearly as stupid. I have two. All right. The first one was, all right, just as a little background, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing with girls growing up. Like I didn't have, my dad passed away when I was really young. I didn't really have that go-to advice. I was really shy around girls. Basically, everything I learned was from like Disney movies. I just wanted to be Prince Charming. Just be super nice and respectful, and that would work. Did not work, by the way. Did not work at all. But there was a girl, Lindsay Matheny. I met her at a party. I think Morgan Feckley's birthday party or something. And we hit it off, and she let me go to her house, and she introduced me to her parrot. And I do not like parrots. I mean, they're loud. They shit everywhere. They are aggressive. They are emotional. And I did not like this thing from the first second I saw it. And it knew it. It knew it. It had hate in its eyes when she was holding it. And I just acted like we were best friends. And I knew it was going to bite me. And she asked me if I wanted to hold him, and I said, okay. And she let me hold him, and it bit the shit out of me. Huge gash in my finger. And she was just flabbergasted that her super sweet parrot dared bite me. But yeah, so I got bit by a parrot for a girl. And then this one's, I got one more, and it's short. But
no, I got to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you say parrot want a sausage finger? You want a big fat
I did not have
sausage
sausage
finger
fingers
from
back then, by the way. I was in pretty good shape. So.
Oh shit! Hey, Tony wants to know if you got any ass from her.
I never did. I didn't even kiss her.
Oh my God!
Believe it or
You're
not.
just like the dude that got bit by a crocodile. You didn't get no pussy, and you took an injury from an animal.
No, there's one more though that was way worse for me. Like we were trying to think of them, and I couldn't think of it off the top of my head, but I got one though. It was the first real girlfriend I ever had. Her name was Shauna. I was like 18. I didn't really get into that shit until I was a lot later and developed. And we broke up like right before I left to go back to Ohio State. And she wanted to stay friends. And I wanted to stay friends because I thought that we would get back together because I was freaking puppy dog love for this chick. Yeah. And so fucking lame. We were friends, and she asked, as friends, if I wanted to go to her homecoming with her while I was in college. And she was at Genoa. So even though she had dumped me, my pussy ass went back, left Ohio State for the weekend, and went to homecoming with her. And we went to Boston Market for our homecoming dinner.
Dude, classy.
Yeah. And then I actually went to homecoming with this girl. And I tried to kiss her during the dance, and she fucking turned her cheek. And she said, "No, we're friends." And
dude.
Yeah, that was brutal. It was brutal. Just even bringing it up makes me cringe.
So you got attacked by a parrot, and you didn't get no ass. Then you leave Ohio State, where you probably got partied and had fun, got hammered.
Oh yeah, I've been partying.
Got ass from some random strange. You go back to a high school dance, and you didn't even get any ass. You couldn't even get a peck on the lips from this girl.
Yeah, I mean, we did stuff before that when we were dating, but yeah. So at least in my defense, I got some action earlier, but yeah, not afterwards. It was just I was hung up on that girl, man. It was bad.
Hey, Tony Flores, he says, how could she turn you down if you took her to Boston Market? Dude, that's some classy shit. I hope you let her get a breast and a leg.
Yeah,
because you know what?
I'm trying to remember. It was because we were going to go somewhere else, and their line was an hour long because everybody was taking their dates to homecoming. I think it was Olive Garden or something lame. And And we were just like, oh, let's just go to Boston Market. It was like next door.
Hey, as long as like I said, as long as you got her a breast and some leg, because damn sure you weren't getting no breast and leg that night.
No, I did not. No, not one bit.
Shit.
All right, let's hear yours. I've embarrassed myself plenty.
Honestly, I was an out of control person for a long time. Honestly, sometimes I don't even know where to start. I kind of need to talk to a lawyer to see the statute of limitations on some of this shit before I say it on air. I don't want to get arrested.
Limitations on some of my stuff.
Yeah. I've done a lot of things. This is not, and by the way, for our listeners, this doesn't have to be just for a girl. I mean, this could be stupid shit you did to impress anybody in your life. But I've done dumb things to be the center of attention far too many times. I mean, I remember one time I met this girl. So my stepbrother, Brian, his wife, Alex, she worked at this restaurant in Columbus. I can't remember the damn one. If he was listening right now, he could chat in there and tell me. Can't remember the name of it. It was like Boar or something like that. And she had a coworker, and she was really pretty. And for some reason, she just slipped me her number one time when we were paying for our bill. And I ended up calling her, and we hang out that night. And it was me, her roommate's like boyfriend, and like another guy. And we start playing beer pong, and I'm just pounding beers, and I'm trying to like basically impress them by like being good. What happened was I was trying to impress them by drinking all this beer. We were doing shotguns, and we bonged a couple beers. We were playing beer pong, and I was winning a lot. It was just a couple of us, and it was just girls playing beer pong, so I was, it wasn't too hard. And we ended up leaving. They took me to the store, and I bought us a bunch of Heinekens, and I just start pounding these beers, and I got fucking shit hammered, wasted, and I puke outside. I puke in their bathroom. I remember I had to take a shit, so I get on the toilet. I take a shit, but I fell asleep. I passed out on the toilet taking a shit. And I remember I woke up because they opened the door to check on me, and I was sitting on their toilet, like I was just sitting on their toilet, passed out, probably shit caked my ass. So they end up, Elvis, by the time,
just like Elvis.
Yeah. So I end up getting up. I cleaned myself off the best I could, and they end up sticking me in their roommate Katie's bed, who was out for the night. So fucking embarrassing. But she actually hung out with me after that. We went and saw a movie together. We saw that movie with Denzel Washington, where he plays the gangster, Nicky Barnes. American Gangster, I think. We went and saw that. Yeah. We hung out a couple of times, but, we never really went farther than that. I think she always kind of like pictured me taking a shit passed out on the toilet. Matter of fact, all my crazy ass stories involve shit. Like I remember we were in high school, we used to fuck up this little neighborhood by my house, like just mess with people's stuff. And I remember I got dared to take a shit in a bag and like place it in one of my neighbor's mailboxes. So I took this huge shit and we placed a fat turd on the hood of their car, and we placed the rest in their mailbox. And I'll never forget, we woke up the next morning, and it was by fucking sheer luck that we looked out the window as this girl's mom walks out to get the mail. And I never remember, we had the windows open. It's summertime. We had the windows open, and we can hear her. And she pulls the thing down. She sticks her hand like in the mailbox. And as she does that, I hear her go, "Motherfucker!" And she pulls her hand out really fast. She storms off. Dude, like an hour later, she comes out with her husband. They have a bucket of soapy water. They cleaned my shit out of their mailbox. I don't think they even realized there was a fat shit turd on the hood of their car.
Just so you know, I just looked it up. The statute of limitations for shitting in a mailbox is 25 years. So yeah. I think you're still fucked. You're still fucked.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. But that's not the only time I did that. One time, me and my friend Reed, we went down to Wheelersburg, Ohio. And we had a cool little weekend down there. It's fucking hillbilly country by West Virginia. And I have pictures of this on Facebook. Reed posted these on Facebook. So I'm hammered, and this girl would not let me in her house. I had to take a shit so bad, and this girl would not let me in her house. And they had a camcorder and everything. She wouldn't let me. I go, fuck this. I went behind her shed, and I took a shit, and they were like filming me with a camcorder. And I ended up ripping the shit off the ground, and I took it to her neighbor's mailbox, and I put it in their mailbox. because I got dared by the same motherfucker that dared me to do it to my neighbor up north. It was the same
Bad
dude.
influence right there.
Reed dared me to do it both times, and I was hammered the second time, down in Wheelersburg. We took a picture of it. There's like little like weeds like in my shit because I ripped it off the ground with a towel. So like there's grass like intertwined with my shit just placed into this mailbox. And I come to find out, I had no idea when I did this. It was nighttime. I was hammered. Come to find out, I look outside. There's a goddamn wheelchair ramp. And I asked Holly, I was like, what's up with that? And like, yeah, my neighbor's like 90 years old. And I'm like, you guys are assholes. I was like, I had no idea. I would never have done that. But you know what? Whatever. It's an experience. It's some stupid shit that I did. It was just fucking retarded. As a matter of fact, we did that scavenger hunt our senior year where we went around all over Fremont, Oregon, Ohio. We went through Toledo. We went through everywhere you can think of just doing crazy shit. And a kid we went to school with, Travis, he took a shit in a box and wrapped it as a present, and he placed it on the front doorstep of this house right outside Oak Harbor and rang the doorbell. Come to find out, that house was a house that mentally handicapped people all lived in. It's like a community house. And like, we didn't know this, and they didn't know this, so it wasn't like we're just trying to like tease, mentally challenged people. But it just sheer fucking luck. This dude wrapped a shit present and stuck it on a mentally challenged, doorstep. I was waiting for this shit to be in the paper and calling us like degenerate children and what's the world coming to type shit.
One thing did make the paper from that hunt, by the way.
Which one?
From that scavenger hunt. They stole baby Jesus from St. John's Lutheran.
Yeah, dumb fucks. Yeah, we did that. Oh, we stole Fang Boner Road sign. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God. So they snuck into my house in Oak Harbor when I wasn't there. This is my own teammates. We had a team. We were set up an team A, team B, doing stupid shit, like doing all these challenges, like dumb things. And they filmed it, my buddy Reed, the same dude that dared me those 2 times to stick my shit in the mailbox, snuck in. He always had this huge crush on my mom. He always talks about her breasts. He's such a dumbass. But anyways, he sneaks in, opens a drawer, and steals my mom's panties. One of the things on the list was stealing Sharples' mom's panties. That was worth a point on the list. So I'm watching this video. We're all laughing. I'm having a great time. And all of a sudden it cuts to this dark like thing with the light on Reed. And he whispers, he holds these panties up. He goes, Sharples' mom's panties. He goes, let's go. And he took off. And I'm watching this. And we're all together like 13 people on my team, like 13 other teams. So like well over 20 people sitting in this kid's Seth's living room. And I was the first time I saw that. I was so fucking embarrassed. And my mom was so embarrassed.
That video is still out there somewhere.
Oh, that thing's floating out there.
Yeah. We've got some good shit out there.
We did that. This is another thing we did to impress people. We did the fire in the hole. It's where my buddy Brian and Rob, we went through this drive-through in this shitty Scottsdale truck that barely ran. And we ordered just a pop. This is horrible, by the way. But at the time, we laughed our asses off. But now that I'm older, I realize how stupid I was. And that girl probably felt shitty. But we went to this drive-through. And we knock on, we pay for our drink and she gives it to us. And lo and behold, straight out of a comic book, this woman she's probably 30 years old. She's working at Burger King and she weighs probably almost 400 pounds. She's just huge as fuck. So not only are we doing this gag with the normal person, this happens to be what people find humorous, a big fat woman working in a fucking Burger King. So she closes the door real quick and Burger King has these tiny doors. So Rob rolls his window down, knocks on the window. As soon as she opens it, he launches this pop back into the drive-through window and nails her right in the chest, and it just explodes everywhere. And we got the video back. We paused it right as it was exploding, and her face looked like she was in terror.
You can see her heart breaking.
Yes. And like at the time, we're driving away laughing our balls off like it was the funniest thing in the world. But now that I'm 30 years old and I'm thinking, damn, I was a dickweed. Like, I could have ruined her life. Like, she could probably point back to that moment for the rest of her life as something that changed it. I hope I changed it for the positive. You know what I mean? I hope it, like, made her do something with her life instead of, like, ending it. That was, I feel
That's
bad.
Brutal.